I hope you've had a wonderful week. Sorry about last week. I was actually kind of busy on some other things, but now we're here to discover some brand new Canvas webtoons. So, I put out a vote earlier about what people wanted, and I'm a man of the people. So, we're going to start this week's webtoon search with a romance, but I'm not gonna lie, this one's kind of catch my eye a little bit. So, that can be a little bit later. And I'm always about a little bit. I haven't found a mystery or drama yet that I'm super into. So, let's check this out. But those will be a little bit later. So let's jump into romance. My goal is to get through, let's say probably, five. I think five is a good one. So, I mean, this one's got a pretty catching cover right off the bat. I don't give a shit that it's boy love. This looks like me on my off day when I haven't shaven for like forever. Let's see. And I'll go to like 2 pages just to see what's up with it and see if there's anything else out there. I mean, there's actually some pretty decent looking covers here. Um, the I'm not super into the whole royalty thing. However, I know that there is a ton of people into it, so I'm all about checking out what everyone's about. So we'll see what's up. Let me go one more in, and then we'll see what we got so far. Dude, there's so many good covers here. I was kind of hoping to find like an Empress or something like that. Whatever drama. We'll see about this one. I promise this week's not all about romance. All right, so the ones that we got are rose covered. I said we're doing romance, so we're gonna do this one, and then we'll see about these. All right, so first episode came out in February, and pretty decent cover, pretty decent thumbnails. Loving what it's looking like so far. Artidoki, pretty good job so far. And so, set in a dystopian future, NK320, a rose-colored synthezoid secretly dreams of one thing more than anything else in the world: to become a real boy. Yeah, that's a Pinocchio reference right there. If you old as shit, you get it. So, journey with NK as he goes on a rogue mission to find relics of the old guard and a powerful set of artifacts that can restore humanity as we know it, with a group of unlikely allies, including one who has activated his heart. Oh, how cheesy. I love it. And the one who broke it. Will he emerge victorious in his mission, or will he find something else more important along the way? Okay, pretty decent thumbnail. I know he wants to be a real boy. Yeah. So, I fart rainbows. You know what? You know what? You know what? Boom! 10 fucking stars. When you start your webtoon out like that, I gotta give it a best webtoon opening so far. Yep, you heard that right. How do I say so? Well, I've been told that the greater the storm comes a brighter rainbow. Okay, I like the continuous transition, seamless. But what if you're also told that rainbows don't exist anymore? One moment they exist, then gone the next. Just like a fart. Rose. Colored boy! I'm pretty sure it said on one. Life here on Earth used to be like that. As magical as rainbows. Just imagine. There were fairies flying around the forest. Think of the sirens swimming under the seas. And the angels coming down from the heavens. The age of heroes. The age of love. Yeah, I fart rainbows. Glittery, yet basically non existent. And my life is full of fart. Like fart face over here. an actual pain in the ass. Sort of. Okay, let's be done with the metaphors. I'm actually in the middle of something incredibly important, like life or death important. And if I fail this fight, pretty much screwed for life. Okay, updates twice a month. Dang, so every other week, nice. And I know I slurp bad, so that's why I got a straw. Not because I'm incapable of drinking from a damn cup, because I want to be respectful to you guys. So, good job on your very first chapter, Seth. I really enjoyed it. Really decent art. Definitely check out this Instagram right here. And as always, in the chat, you're going to see, boom, a link. So, live. Somebody can watch me live. Cool. So definitely check out this link. Show the creators some support. Give them that anime booty smack. I really need to find more gifts of anime booty smacks. I miss them so much. So, exactly. This person gets it. Boom, top line. So I'm honestly ready to go into the next one. So I kind of think it's a pretty damn strong opening, especially when you open your line out with toilet humor. I enjoy it. So really good framing. You know what? Am I too close here? Oh, I'm at 100%. Today is the Institute's Level 7 final combat exams for junior agents. Basically, I need to beat this guy's ass. One last time. He's a jerk anyway. Oh, where's my bar? He's a jerk anyway, and he kinda has a habit to annoy all the He's a jerk anyway, and we kinda have the habit of annoying each other all the freaking time. Got a small wiener. I swear, I hate his guts and how he's so over competitive, so unlike, so all over himself. Like, seriously, dude's got no chill. And well, I do enjoy seeing him go nuts every once in a while. That look on his face, priceless. Nice art. He's a good fighter, I give him that. But you see, the problem is, only one of us can leave this place. And nothing can stop me from leaving. Not even him. So from this one, once again, good chapter. Really good chapter. Enjoyed it a lot. From a like creator standpoint, one thing I noticed is spelling. Like there was only one incident and it's seeing, not say, saying. But one thing from that actually like caught my eye is you have all this beautiful art, and then like you have this one scene where they're going like because you have a habit of basically breaking out your transitional panels, your long strolls really nicely. But this one with the food like immediately cuts into this one, so maybe even like a black line or give it a little bit of space, just because when it looks butting up like that, it's really jarring. Um, or find some way to combine them, like combining give this a little more space, blend the colors together into that sky. And another thing is I actually lost this foot a little bit. It kind of blended in with the colors because there's not enough contrast between his armor set and the guy in pinks, so they kind of blended a little bit, so I lost some of that impact there. And one thing I will say is I'm gonna read the third episode just because I really enjoy it so far. But one thing I do want to point out is basically this fight feels very friendly because he's smiling, and he looks like he's just having a good old time. And I understand like yeah, to a degree they may be friends and he's a fighter, but if you're trying to sell me on the idea that this fight is super, super important and he needs this fight to win, then I'm going to ask the question, if this fight is so serious to him, why is he smiling? Why is he having fun? Because if he needs this fight, like it's a critical, soul, major, important thing to him, then I would expect to see him having a little bit more seriousness in his expression. And you could even play the other guy off as a little bit cocky here. Let me make sure I got this right. Yeah, so let me jump back in the last shot and make sure I'm 100%. I make mistakes sometimes. So, okay, so this is our main character. Yeah, so right here you have this serious moment, which is good. That's the feeling that I expected here. Um, but one thing that's kind of weird is he's kind of a jerk and we kind of annoy each other. So right now, the only character that's really being annoying would be, I guess, him, because he's being the one tortured a little bit with some of the dialogue. Um, and then in the fight, like our main character is the cocky one versus the other guy. So I don't know. I feel like if they want to express seriousness, then it should be a little bit more serious in his expression. Like this panel and the first one were super good. It conveys the area of seriousness that he needs this to be a little bit more intense than it is. So, done rambling. And I love just how kind of short they are so they can be read quickly. Actually, I don't really know what I want. I don't even know why I'm here. Just don't belong here. I need to be somewhere else, away from all this. And kinda have this genius plan on how to do just that. But what if? Never mind. There's gotta be more to life than just my freaking rainbow farts. Simulation ending. Results will be announced tomorrow. Perhaps not even my tiny little secret. For one important detail I forgot to mention. My name is Model NK Unit 320, or simply NK320, from IS, or the Institute of Insurgents, the Insurgents Institute of Cybernetically Enhanced, and I, my friend, am not exactly human. So, okay, nice. Final booty smack. Overall, definitely check it out. It's got a really, really interesting art aesthetic. Um, I'm kind of unclear a little bit with kind of like how serious the character really wants us to be, because I can kind of tell he's a little bit more serious in the chapter, which is definitely what I needed for this fight, which I enjoyed. So definitely check them out. Comments right there. So let's move on. Okay, this one's huge. This one's definitely. So we got some bigger ones. So I want to check out something possibly a little bit smaller, Support the little guy. So let's just go to the first page. We'll check out one of those. It looks like we're probably gonna end up with 4, something like that. So we got the boy love. Okay, let's check out this thriller. I like the art aesthetic. Got a pretty good amount of views, pretty good amount of followers. So let's jump into episode 1. Something that is perfect will not change. Ew, holy crap. If it does, it was never perfect in the first place. Knowing this, there's nothing quite so perfect at this time, for it will never change. For it never changes. But except for that, what else is there in the city of Rust? There is nothing perfect, nothing of value. But I wish there was. I thought to myself, for years I waited until one day a precious star emerged. My wish come true. That star is you. Time, this perfect force with no master, depended on you to survive. You were above perfection, an existence close to divinity. But your preciousness wasn't meant to last. Many came against you, trying to taint your purity by keeping you from your duty. So I resolved to fill the role of your guardian. I'll keep you safe. No matter what it takes. I promise I won't fail. So overall, I'll give it a like. I mean, you guys know how I am. It's an interesting concept, interesting premise so far. You know how I feel about these opening like exposition dumps. It doesn't connect me with the characters. I mean, it seems interesting enough, but when you break it down, there's a person somebody wants to protect. The art's really the main pull here. So we'll check out episode number 1 just to kind of see what it's actually about. Please remember, people, most stories do not require a prologue. And if it is not done exceptionally well, you can potentially cost yourself a ton of viewership. Okay, cool. So this is what caused that screeching noise? I'm pretty sure, but it's strange. The Great Clock shouldn't malfunction that badly. This tower is supposed to be indestructible, remember? Nah, that's just something the children say. A machine this complex needs tons of upkeep. Heh. Then maybe you're just not working hard enough, clock worker. Or Lilith, age 17, occupation clock worker. Maybe you should be grateful that I'm fixing this mess. I have cable cutters on me, Nathan. Don't make me. You'd have less messes like this to clean up if you had me around more often. I'm something of a hard-working genius, you know. The cable cutters, Nathan. Snip, snip. Besides, the golems wouldn't like you visiting too often. Ah, right. Hey, Lily. Yeah. Let's go on a date. Huh? Whoop. There goes a cog. A date? The two of us. But why? It'd be fun. There's a great play showing at the theater this week. We'd go at night when you're off duty, of course. Bro, she's done burnt her sprockets. Do you know how late that would be? Pretty early if you ask me. But we can make it a late night if you wanted to, of course. Ugh. Rattle, rattle, rattle. I'll think about it. I'll consider that a yes then. Anyways, I finished the repair. Hand over the winder. Is it winder or winder? Here you go. Snap. Lillian! Whoops. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. Did you see anything weird just now? Huh? See what? Nothing. Anyways, what if we went on that date tonight? Nathan, I'm going to take this winder and stab you with it. My bad. Are you alright, darling? Asking for your help was a mistake. Hold this for me. Maybe I'm being a bit too hard on you. A certain hard-working genius did save my life just now. Does this mean, yeah, let's see that play tonight. But only if you can get out of here early enough. Oh, sorry, only if I can get out of here early enough. And only because I'd feel bad otherwise. It's nothing special. We're just friends. Got it? Sure thing, grape girl. Please, forget about the grapes. And hand me the winder. Oh yeah, right. You know, you would have become a city... I would have become a city winder if the tool didn't creep me out so much. Instead of... What did you call yourself again? A contractor of goodwill? Kinda. It sounds really sketchy when you say it like that. I simply help people out and they return the favor. His occupation increasingly unclear. Whatever. Why would you want to come be a city winder anyway? The job sounds boring. It's nothing but winding up machines around the city every single day. That's rich, coming from the divine girl who forced to work in this very tower every single day. I don't care what the legends say. There's nothing divine or godlike about me. Anyway, we're done here. Let's head back down. There's another elevator door about 100 meters below us. I can't wait to get back inside. The air is freezing up here. Then button up your shirt. But then I'm not as hot. Ugh. Wow. Silence. Stare, 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 stare. Yawn. Throb, throb, throb. Thanks for saving me today, Nathan. What? Yeah, of course. I couldn't turn down a request from you. Plus, you'd sort of be dead if I didn't come today. Couldn't let that happen. Right. Thanks, dumbass. Oh crap! I completely forgot to let the golems know about your visit. They don't like it when strangers enter the great clock unannounced. The clockwork golems? I didn't see any when I came in. You didn't? Not one. Now that you mention it, I doubt they even know I'm here. Whoosh. Did I do something wrong? It's good to see you again, Five. Nah, these guys just think you overstayed your welcome is all. They don't let anyone but me inside the Great Clock unless I ask them first, with few exceptions. Oh, I see. So you never asked them. You wanted to see this happen. I'm definitely enjoying it. Hey, wanna put me down now? All the blood's rushing to my head. Rumble, rumble, grumble. Uh, your brain could use extra nourishment. Thanks. Spending time with you is all the nourishment my brain needs. Case in point. Oof. Thanks for nourishing his brain, Five. Listen, I might be a little early for you, but you meet me at 9 for our friend date? My place. Yeah, that may work. Fantastic. Hope I'll see you then. Mm. General Market. Hour 20, 25 minutes. Which way was his house again? I should have asked for his address. You there, halt! Oh, please tell me this guy is not a fucking rapist. Listen carefully. So, alright. All about it. I'm all about it. So overall, at first, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the art in the prologue was like super nice. And then, like, whenever where'd it go? To the top. Thank you. And then, like, you get this really nice painted, like, environmental style. And then whenever you see this, I was like, oh, the characters aren't that great looking. But, like, other than this one image, like, everything's, like, super clean within the respective style. And I really, really enjoyed it. The colors look great. The backgrounds look great. The character's humor is pretty good. Overall, I just really enjoy this. So overall, make sure that you are definitely giving this creator and the artist thumbs up on it. Go check out their webcomic, read on more. I don't know if every chapter's on, but boy, was it long. Here's an update. What's it say? Quite the cliffhanger. I guess Nathan had a little malfunction there. Greetings from the second dimension. I'm the writer. Nice. And a criminal. That was a great friend of mine who's a talented artist for the series Koji. I have no clue what she's talking about. Funny, funny. I'm an animation grad who will conquer the world with an army of 1,000 furious cat soldiers. I will draw all the handsome characters in Soulwinder. This means you're a criminal too, and so I'm complicit. We work together for an unknown cause. We're hoping you enjoyed our launch episodes. We want to take this moment to the future plans we're working. I'll be able to release weekly-ish. Okay. Starting sometime this winter, but there's still a lot to do before then. Probably creating a backlog. Yeah, pretty much creating a backlog, such as making 3D models, scripts, blah, blah. Man, I understand your struggle right now. Like, I'm trying to bang out 2, like, 400-page scripts, like, not, like, page length, but actual, like, comic pages, 400 a piece. And I got, like, 10 days to do it before my master's program. So, well, we train to produce faster, but we're getting there. So be patient with us. For now, we'll be uploading this series with new promo art about every week or so, and we'll be posting all right, cool. So definitely check it out. I think this has a lot of good potential. So good job, you two. So we're gonna start with the smaller one, just because that's how we work, and I've been craving a good mystery because I have no clue how to write mystery, and I kind of want to dip my toes into it. All right, so Let's see what's up. Perish. Or perish. I want to say perish. We got the writer. All right, cool. And we got the artist. Like it. Let's go. Prologue. So, real quick, jumping back to the last one, we didn't need a prologue. I'm just calling out there, we didn't need it. And that's and my whole thing is like, I would have rather started on episode 1 to jump into the characters and got attached to them, because like by episode 1 I was attached, but with that prologue, like I was like, I like, it's cool ish, like it's pretty cool, but like it's just an example of you don't need a prologue in every case, and I have a feeling like this is probably gonna be one of them. So we'll see. Let's jump into it. There has to be evil so that there can be good to prove its purity above it. The boss, dressed in the finest, terrifying man. All the boys he brings in are arrogant, loud, and a bit different from him. Looks like no one's getting tips tonight. What? What? Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep on going right now. Menacing stares, nervousness. Your deal. Grin. 5 cards straight, no wilds. Can I get you boys anything? Another whiskey for me, doll. And another round for the boys. Smack! Coming right up, boss. Chatter, chatter. Ooh, is it a Western? Always the best service for the boss, huh? I want a break after this run, Jerry. I hear you. These loud and grabby men are annoying. Here you go, boys. Here, buy yourself something nice. Mustache man! Love it. You get a like for that mustache. Weekly break. Okay. Fucks up with his prologue. George? Yep. It's me. Hey, I wanna do an accent with this. Be prepared for the worst thing you've ever heard. Yep, it's me. What the hell are you doing out here? When'd you get back? Can't get this damn thing to light. These fucking things must be wet. Thanks. Don't mention it. Hotter than Satan's asshole out. Hotter than Satan's asshole out here. You're a funny one, George. Cool. What the? Slash slash. Sand slash. Better make this quick. I don't know why, but it fit me. Yo, it just fit. I just couldn't help it. Just taking all the monies. So are we in the same establishment or no? I would love to have that clarified. And where everyone is in relations. Too much power for one man. George? I thought you went home. Was going to, but to be honest, I wanted to get my hands on a bottle of the new shipment. This is what happens when you move out in the middle of fucking God's country. I'm surprised you didn't take more than one bottle. That'll send you to an early grave. Got 1 foot there already. Come on, since you're here, you might as well join us for a hand of cards. Look who I found lurking around the storeroom. George! I thought you were headed home hours ago. Guilty? Your deal. I appreciate the offer, but not tonight, boss. I have a daughter I need to get to. She's a big girl. She can look after herself. I'll have to make it up to you. Bring her around next time. I'll show her how to beat her father at a game of cards. I can't afford to lose to anyone else. This is where I'll call it for the night, fellas. Just wanted a bit more booze on me before I go. That's George, real charming. Son of a bitch, boss! The box is stolen. End of prologue. So let's actually see the story itself. Queen Bee. The first idea that the child was first, blah, blah. Paris, 13. She has seen more of the world and its atrocities in the small, dust bowl town that she's lived in and in the short time that she's been on this earth. Alan, also known as soon to be dead. He's a stark contrast to the parish. Permanent grin and tattered clothes. Opposite to Parrish's cold stare, stern look, and expensive, pretty dresses from cities miles away. The two stick together, always stick together. Alan following behind Paris like a little puppy, and Paris quietly accepting his companionship. The sun sets on this perfect day. Hey, look! You ain't gonna make the shot if you can't focus right. Look at me! Oh. Say goodbye! The face that says one more round of marbles. Okay. You know what? In this case, I would honestly, I'd kind of agree that the prologue's probably a stronger hook. Yeah, I'm honestly probably gonna agree. It's. Well, I'm not saying the first chapter isn't without its interest, but I think definitely introducing that criminal element very early on, you can then establish that foreboding sense. So okay, in this one, I'd say pretty good use of the prologue. So nice. And as always, I'm not at episode 1. Yes, I am. So we're gonna throw this up in the chat right here. Call pow. Hornet's Nest. Check them out. Let them know, what you think of it. Show them some love. Go check it out. Is that a Kirby star floating around? Jump. I love it. I didn't even know I had the Kirby star icon on. All right, so let's check out the next one. We might actually make our goal of 5, but we'll see. So this one's got a lot of chapters. Pretty consistent audience with its hearts. That's fucking awesome. So let's see what we're rocking with here. Introduction. All right, we got Tatters. So I waited all that time for Tatters. Where am I? Who am I? I'm scared. Lolly. Don't worry, Choco. Everything will be all right. Wake up. Open your eyes. The first thing Choco saw was a vast, calm night. Then Choco discovered a person. Choco gently poked the stranger to identify him. His skin is cold as ice. This man is dying on the floor alone. It broke Choco's heart. Although she was unable to talk, she started to cry like a baby, begging for the man to wake up. She doubted bringing the dead back to life was a possibility yet. Her wish was granted. Okay. Alright. Alright. I mean, I probably wouldn't throw it on my subscribe list with that opening, but you know, deserves a booty smack. And since the other episodes are out, you know, I can kind of get into it. Definitely get into it. Let's see what's up. Don't be afraid. Your name is Choco. Man you saved from death is called Ryza. He will be your bodyguard from now on. I know everything is very confusing. Please, give it some time. Ugh. I thought you were dead for a second. Thank goodness. Choco didn't understand what the men meant, because Choco's knowledge and memory had disappeared mysteriously. However, she was aware of one thing. This man is called Ryza, and he is her bodyguard. I am not sure of what happened, but I am guessing that you prevented me from dying. Oof. One thing, like, this super clear. This not clear who's talking at all. So always remember, especially since this looks like it might be comic book style. Basically, the pages were ripped from a comic book page that they created. Please use word bubbles, especially if they're on the same panel, because I'm assuming it's him for he's talking, but I'm never really sure. And you can do inverted word balloon tails to identify if they're off screen. Ah, that's unfortunate. Because you see, I really have to be dead. I'm sorry. Eh? Excuse me, but I was being serious. Choco's heart felt uneasy. I tried to put an end to this by myself, but it didn't work. Only you can free me. And I apologize if that makes you uncomfortable, but when Choco cries, the pendant gives her ultimate power. Choco didn't know why Riza wished to die so badly, and she didn't want him to leave so soon. Maybe her bodyguard is troubled because he is an adult. Adults always have a lot of problems. Adults are people who lost innocence. In that case, if Riza regains his innocence, could he change his mind? Damn. Damn, that man just got polymorphed. Schmoes edition. So, overall, it's okay. I mean, definitely, it's got a really beautiful art style. I love the character designs, really cool. The big thing for me is I'm really not gripped to the characters yet. Some people may definitely do it, and I definitely recommend. And you see what kind of story it's probably going to turn out to be and the quality that you're going to get. So definitely, if this story has appealed to you, I highly recommend you check them out. Because like I said, the art style is beautiful. It definitely does have an interesting premise using an outside narrator to basically tell Choco's point of view. So definitely give Oblivion Tears a try here. And we're going to move on because I think we have time for one more Canvas webtoon. Hardcore Leveling Warrior. Man, what is up with all these isekais or these video games? Like, you have basically so many coming out right now. By the way, this is my webtoon. You can check it out as well. It releases every Tuesday. We're working our way to 1,000 subs on it, so you know, definitely check it out. Leave a comment. I promise if I see it, I will do my best to get back to you. So we've read some mystery, we've read some romance, we read some boy love, we've read some thrillers. So you know, I think with that being said, we have to capitalize it off with probably a horror fantasy. I'm gonna go one more deep before I just go. Ooh, maybe. That caught my real hard. That color contrast. Ooh. The voice of the sirens. And there is no horror updating today. What the flippin' turtles? Yeah, you heard me. I said flippin' turtles. All right, so there's no horrors actually coming out today. That's, or at least within the past hour or so. Oh, none of these are looking appealing. Maybe. It's so important to have a solid cover. Because you see, like, all I have to go off of is the name and the cover. So I'm gonna go one deep. I'm gonna choose from the first 3 tabs. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, snap, Tachiki. I see these on Facebook all the time. They're pretty actually good. I'm not gonna read it, but because I've already read them on. You know, we're just gonna go with this one, see what's up. So between these two. So 66 years ago, the Banshee, a being of terrible power, destroyed the region left behind an enormous uninhabitable swamp. Today, a young Covenant apprentice named Lulu dreams of becoming a fully fledged witch. Her world is turned upside down when she meets an unlikely creature at the edge of the swamps. Doesn't sound like a horror, but it sounds interesting. Contains murder, suicide, abuse, sexual interactions, death, control, homophobia. You must be at least 16. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. We'll check it out. The description is not very appealing. It's just a content warning. I got 10 minutes. All right, let's see how Banshee opens up. Oh goodness, look at all that exposition. We're going with the other one. If this one appeals, like I mean, the art style is great. The art style looks awesome. I just don't feel like reading that much exposition right off the bat. So maybe we'll come back to it. If enough people are interested in it, we can definitely look into it and check it out. So I'll link it here. This is Banshee. But we're gonna go with this one. So I got a pail. The flowers are so beautiful. I love my life living with Granny, but sometimes I wonder how the big cities of Japan look like. Maybe one day I would visit it. Who knows? But I don't want to leave my home yet. It's so peaceful, spelled wrong, and we get visitors, so. But I don't want to leave my hometown yet. It's so peaceful, and we get visitors from other countries. They are so sweet too. Maya, sweetheart, we have visitors. I'm coming, Granny. Sorry, ma'am, for wasting your time. We just would stay for a few minutes. Sorry, ma'am, for wasting your time. We would stay for a few minutes until our driver come. Sorry, ma'am, for wasting your time. Period. We would just be staying for a few minutes until our driver came. Grammar. It is important. It is very important to have a proofreader or an editor go through this, because it is incredibly hard to read if you do not put proper punctuation space. I'm gonna be honest. I am not a grammar master. In fact, I have an editor. I let my wife and I let my mother-in-law, look at it to make sure I'm covering my grammar, because otherwise you get situations where like this, where it's just, it pulls you completely out of the story just trying to understand the context. And if somebody has potential things like dyslexia, like I have a minor dyslexia problem, it becomes incredibly hard to read. It's okay, sweetie. Make yourself at home. I'm gonna assume that's her. Okay. Hello, little one. My name is Vala. What's your name? For a second there, I thought she was about to get down and twerk. I don't know. I'm Maya. Nice to meet you, Vala. May I get you some tea? Sure. No, no, no. Creator tip. We're gonna give advice. Never do this. Never do this. Because right here you were basically saying you don't know how to transition in storytelling. You are so I'm not bashing this person. Definitely, if you're liking the story so far, check it out. This is meant for feedback alone. If you're a creator and you do not know how to end a conversation or know where to take it right there, by the way, conversation spelled wrong. Talk to other creators. There are Facebook groups dedicated to writing. There are Discord channels dedicated to writing, comic creation. Same thing with Reddit. There are so many resources that you can utilize to bounce people off of. Go to meetup.com. They have virtual writing sessions and writing meetups where you can brainstorm. Never, ever admit you are doing something wrong like this, because it immediately points out like, oh, wait, they're right. That was a sharp transition. Because I may not have realized, actually, I didn't realize that the conversation, I thought it was a pretty decent transition, in all honesty. I have no idea how to end the conversation, so grandma cut them off. So yeah, to me, it was fine. Like, she ended the conversation, hey, make yourself at home, conversation's done. So I felt it was natural, but then this note comes here and immediately pulls me out of the story. It makes me look at it from a meta perspective. You just admitted you didn't know how to do something when you didn't need to. Don't do that at all. Talk to people, get their opinions if you have questions. Otherwise, let it roll. And if somebody in the comments picks it out, hey, you know it's noticeable. Otherwise, let it go. That would be my feedback. And since this we're already broken the flow of the story, I'm just gonna point it out. Be consistent, super consistent with how you're doing stuff. Like right here, you have her doing a thought balloon. So we're assuming this is her thinking, but just for the context of the way it's formatted, I'm going to assume she is doing a narrative drop right here, where it's still that character, except now we're in a narrative position where she's recapping. But then you all of a sudden go, hey Maya, in the same format as before, somebody actually talking. This should probably be a word balloon, probably right about here, either with the tail leading off the page or an inverse tail indicating it's somebody speaking. Otherwise, we're still in the mindset, especially right here, it's a narrative inner thought. It's an in-character narrative talking, and then you go basically to somebody talking, and then you have this character right here. So if you want to use these little chibis to identify, hey, this person's speaking, that's cool, but then you have to do it up here to be consistent, because you're going to be training us to identify what you are using for thought balloons, speech balloons, narrative speak. All those kind of things are super important. So just a little bit of feedback. And if there's any other creators watching, what do you think? And also, it's kind of discombobulating when you have, let's see here. So you have actual text, like computer text here, computer text here, computer text, and all of a sudden you choose to write it in. And then, oh my God, oh my, you two look so cute. So also, be consistent with your font choices, because right here you have grandma, she's using computer text. And then down here, I'm assuming this is grandma because we haven't seen anyone else. You have her in a completely different font style. So either this font needs to exclusively belong to her, or she also needs to have the same font. And that's just that consistency, because we're going to be using all these context clues to identify who's talking and what's going on there. So just keep these things in mind. But in all honesty, I would not mix hand text and computer text in the style you got it. And the reason I say that is because here you have clean, sharp looking text. And then here you have sketchy, pixelated text that's in basically that swirly font that's a little bit hard to read. So pick one or the other. Are you going to basically handwrite all your stuff in, or are you going to use computer text? And if you're using computer text, then you can actually do, calligraphy and basically convert that to text, so you still get that handwritten feeling, but it's going to be super sharp. And also the export, whatever resolution you're using, is choppy. So changing some of the DPI and all that can kind of help with those. We're actually identical twins. Yeah, like right here, when all of a sudden are we switching completely to handwritten and then swapping back. Actually, fam, let's get this straight. He's the ugly brother here, so don't worry about being confused. I love this though. I love the way you did this word balloon. Actually, if one of the identical twins is ugly, then the other twin must be fake as hell. I bet you took 5 hours just to do your makeup. Wow. Damn, just gonna do that? That's pretty funny. Whatever. Anyway, it's time for us to go. Bye. We should go now. Anyway, it's time for us to go. Sigh. We should go now. Thanks, ma'am, for letting us stay. You're welcome, sweetie. So, also getting a friend to check, or an editor, because you're literally saying by this guy, hey, we need to go. And then right here, you're having him say the exact same thing in this sentence. We should go. You could have cut this and just said, thanks, ma'am, for letting us stay, and that would have kind of sold the point. Bad background, I know. Quit admitting things are bad. Do not do this at all. This is not a personal attack. This is creative feedback. Do not admit something is bad. Like, I can go back to my to the first episode and point out a million things wrong with my series and what we've improved on from now. The second you say something is bad is the second the reader knows it's bad and that you know it's bad. You have to have the ultimate confidence in your work. If you are not sitting here saying, hey, even if you internally know it's not the best in the world, you did what you could with your current skills, or with the time frame you have to do what you have to do, but you better walk around saying, hey, I'm super proud of this project. It is awesome. You should read it. Otherwise, if you're sitting here telling me this background is bad, why would I sit here and waste my time reading something that the creator itself knows is bad? So creators, do not put this kind of stuff in your work, because when you do this, you're admitting that your story or your product, if you want to look at it from a business perspective, is bad. Do not do it. You submit these stories and you hold your head up high and you be proud of what you did. Be open to feedback and know that you can be critiqued on it, but do not admit to people that this is bad. Period. Don't do it. And I will die on that rock. Because as a reader, when I see this, you have admitted you have created something flawed instead of doing your best. Because if you know it's bad, you could have fixed it. Do not do this at all. I'm sorry if I get heated, but that's just how I feel. Like, be proud of what you're going to do. Don't admit your fuck ups. Why would you do that? Hold my bag, fag. Now. Oh, okay. Useless. Okay, you're wasting my fucking time. Stop your whiny ass and let's go. He didn't say shit. He literally didn't complain at all. She's the only one that's bitching right now. Episode 1. Hello, this is Creator. I'm so sorry for cutting it short. I'll make sure to make it longer next time. I hope you like this short part so far. Also, follow me on Instagram. So, I'm going to give it a smack because you did try. But my critique still stands. Be confident in your work. Do not admit the flaws of your story in the story itself. You can have a Q&A. You can listen to people's feedback. Or you can ask the question. If you know your work is flawed, the best way to kind of admit there's a flaw without actually admitting it is to simply post the question, hey guys, do you have any feedback on how I could improve? And you open the forums. And then you can open dialogue with your readers as to why they say certain things. Keep in mind, I know we're over the hour, but I'm gonna talk about this because it's important. But here's the thing. If you, as a creator, open that dialogue up and people start giving you feedback, if somebody sits here and says, this fucking sucks, or this is trash, don't listen to them. That's not constructive criticism. That's just them being an asshole. But if they're sitting here doing stuff like, hey, don't admit stuff like this, or I personally believe that what I said earlier was feedback. Now, if you wanted to open up a dialogue on, hey, what are some things that could be, changed, I'd be happy to provide it. Like such as feedback. Some of the art slots could be a little bit more consistent. Some of the framing could be a little bit different. The whole thing about the text and the word balloons and all that, and the pixelation, just minor things that can help tighten up the art style a little bit, or turn up the art style, the art quality. All that's feedback. I never once said anything sucks directed at the art or the creator. I pointed out some things that were catching my eye, and then I addressed them. And then if the creator wanted to have an open dialogue, I'd be happy to. And also, spell check. Anyway, there's a Y in between after the N and before the W, and also question is spelled wrong. Spell check is going to be your best friend. Anytime you're going to do dialogue, I do mine in fade in, which points out, spelling errors. Take it into Google, like literally write out all your dialogue or anything you're going to put word-wise in there, and just run a spell check real quick, because that's a super easy way to clean up and professionalize your work, because spelling is something super small, especially punctuation. Word does a fantastic job, and if you can't afford Word, go to Google Docs. It's free. It's an excellent free tool that'll help you point out grammar, that'll help you point out spelling, that will just make the reading a lot more, professional. So other than that, I'm over my hour. I'm definitely going to put this here. So definitely show some small creators some love. I'm sorry for the sidelining the conversation like that into more of a feedback session. But it's something that needed to be said. And don't forget to check out The Devil's Deal. It comes out every single week on Tuesday, and we are currently running a contest. So go read Devil's Deal instructions for the contest entry on the latest episode. But basically, it's create fan art. You have until, I want to say, the week of where's my mouse? So you have until the 27th, next week, to submit some fan art using the Devil's Deal contest hashtag on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. And don't forget to @me @DarkDekuLord on all three of those respective social medias. You only got to submit only on one platform to be entered into the contest. And so what do you win? You win a one-time license to Clip Studio Paint Pro. So if you're looking to get some good software, enter into this contest and you could have an opportunity to win it. All you got to do is read the series and tell me and basically create a piece of fan art for it. And don't forget to say hi while you are there. So thank you all for attending. Let me know what you thought of this format. Anything that can be improved, let me know. Other than that, I'm signing off, and I hope you all have a